Okay, so in this video I'm going to take you through testing the Inspire system when it's connected to a Combi boiler. So what you'll need to locate is the boiler, or in our case this light here represents the central heating demand on the Combi, the Inspire receiver, which will usually be next to the boiler, our app on a phone, and a multimeter set to measure AC volts. Right, so tap Installers, and then tap Diagnose. If you've got one of our earlier versions of a product, or you don't have a phone app, I'll take you through a different way of testing, but this is the easiest. So, put the unit into menu mode, press both buttons, one Wi-Fi flash, and this will now connect. There we go. And then we tap test mode. And then here you can cycle both relays on and off. Hot water isn't used on a Combi, that's not wired in, so we don't need to worry about hot water. Central heating, tap, you hear it click, and the flame on, central heating flashing, tap, click, flame off. The fact we're hearing the clicks would tell me that the Inspire system is working as we expect. But let's pop the lid off and do some further checks. Obviously this will expose live voltage, so only proceed if you are suitably qualified. Okay, so Combis can be wired in using either a 3-wire or a 4-wire volt-free setup. This one is a 3-wire install, so we've got live, neutral, and switch live. If you've got a 4-wire install, I'll take you through that at the end. So, we've got power, so I assume we've got 240 here, but let's just double check. So, live and neutral is 230. And then we're following this diagram here, so live neutral at the bottom. Terminal 5 is also connected to live, so let's just check. We've got 230 there, which we do. And then in this setup, we've got a link wire. So firstly, if you've got a 3-wire install, this link wire should be present. So if you've got a problem, it's not working, and that link wire isn't present, double check the circuit diagram, you probably need to add it. Let's just check the link wire is good, so we should have 230 here as well. Perfect. And then terminal 3 is our switch live going back to a boiler. So let's just measure that. And the relay is off, so that should be at 0 volts, which it is. And then if we tap heating on, close the relay, hear the click, we now got us to 230. Turn it off, click, 0. So that is working as we expect. So that's just showing that the Inspire system is working absolutely fine. So if your boiler isn't working, you probably need to trace your cables or look at the boiler itself. Okay, so here we have a 4-wire Combi install. So we don't have a link wire, and instead the switch voltage is supplied from the boiler. Now this could still be 240 volts, or it could possibly be 24 volts. But either way, the switch in here is just switching terminals 3 and 4 together, like a light switch. So, we got power, but let's just double check that we got mains. So, on that, and that is showing 230 volts, so that is good. Now, to your switch, because it might be isolated, you can't test from neutral to the switch. So what you really need to do is test across the switch, so between terminals 3 and 4, and with the switch open, we should have a voltage present. So here we've got 24 volts, because this is a low voltage Combi switch, but it could also be 240 volts. And then if you switch heating on like we did before, you hear the click. We've got a CH flashing, and we've got our boiler on. And because the switch is closed, we're now seeing 0 volts across the switch, as we would expect. Switch off. You hear the click. We've now got our circuit voltage back, and the boiler has gone off. Okay, so if you don't have the app, or you have a slightly older version of a product, to get into test mode, this is how you do it. Press and hold both buttons until you get one Wi-Fi flash. Repeatedly press the left button until you get 1 to 4 flashing here. Right button will enter test mode. Left button will cycle between heating and hot water. So it's currently hot water. Left button, CH. Hot water, CH. On a combi, we don't use hot water, so make sure you've got CH flashing. And then the right key will bring the heating on and off. So press it, you heard a click, and you got a flame on. So heating is on and our boiler is on. Press again, you get a click, flame's gone out, boiler's gone out. The fact that we're hearing the clicks means power system is working fine. And to get out of the test mode, you just press and hold both buttons again.